Okay, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to completely change a song. So let's BBMO manage it online. Let's open project and select where I have my folder. Right. So the terminology that Singular Sound use for a song is, so if I look at each of these folders contain songs. So Ballad 2 is a song in its own right, and it could contain an intro and an outro, as this one does. Sometimes they don't. And it contains some main beat parts. Could just be one part, could be 6 parts, could be 10 parts. Drum fills, again, as you can see on here, they've got 2 fills on each part of the song. Could have 3, could have 1, could have none. You can manipulate all that. And transition fills and accents, which obviously you can play. So if you select, again, any of these and click play, listen to what it sounds like, and you can also use the virtual player at the top left, as I've shown you in a previous video how this works. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this. So right click on the 3 dots, duplicate, and it makes a valid copy. So let's move that now into our temporary folder. There we go. So that's now, I can close that one down. So we now have a Ballad 2 copy in our temporary folder, and I can play around with this and do what I want, and it's not going to affect the original Ballad 2 file in any shape or form. Okay, so we've kept that. That's kept that, the integrity of that. If you want to click Save Project now, you can do. And so it's saved it now, and now I can do what I want with it. And every time I make a change, it'll basically say Save Project. If I want to undo it, I just click on that undo button, and it'll revert back to the previous step, whatever you've edited. So let's open up another. So let's have a look at Spanish 3/4 beat. That hasn't got an intro. That's a shame. And let's pick something different. Let's go for, oh, hang on, it had tango in there, didn't it? It's all right, tango. Ah, right, here we go. So tango. No, I'll tell you what I want to do. Actually, I'm going to go for a blues, because they have a lot of sort of 12/8 and different timing sections, just to see how this works out. So this is blues 10, 12/8. I could have picked any of them, it doesn't really matter. Let's pick blues 7. Blues 7, 6/8. So this isn't a different time signature, and this is the reason why I've chosen this one. So this is in 6/8, and our Ballad 2 copy is a 4/4 timing, so standard 4/4. It uses a rock drum set, and the tempo 75 BPM. So the blues one, let's go back to blues 7, 6/8. It says standard drum set is what it uses on this template, and it's a 6/8 timing section. So let's just listen to this intro. Okay, fine, no problem at all. Let's listen to part 1. Nice, slow, nice bluesy feel to it. A bit of a kind of a offbeat swing feel to it, as you'd expect with a 6/8 timing. Okay. Let's have a listen to our Ballad 2 copy intro. Okay, it's nice and slow again. It's a 75 BPM. Let's have a listen to part 1. Okay, pretty. You can tell the difference in the beat. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you how to copy and paste. So we're going to pick the intro from the Ballad 2 copy that we've made, and I'm going to delete it. So down here is a little bucket, and this is like the MIDI file section down the bottom here on this bottom panel. So let's delete it. So right, so we now don't have an intro. I'm going to save it. Don't need to save it as you go along, it doesn't really matter. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy our blues 7, 6/8 timing intro and put it into our Ballad 2 copy song and see what happens. It's quite easy to do. So we go to our song that we want, and it doesn't matter. You can pick any song you want from all of these folders. And I'm not going to talk about importing MIDI files because that's separate, and I'll do a video on that at some point. But just looking at what is loaded on the SD card, the standard SD card that comes with the Beat Buddy, and what the manipulation and editing, etc., you can do with the Beat Buddy Manager online software that we're using. So I'm going to select the intro from this Blues 768 song, and I'm going to insert it into our 4/4 standard timing Ballad-2 copy, and we're going to see what happens, because this should be interesting. So let's Blues 768, and again, I said you can pick any song you want, it doesn't matter what you do, and let's listen to it again. Okay, so it's a single bar, it's at 6/8. All I need to do to copy it is highlight it, go down here, and here you've got various options along the top here, and we're going to click on this double one, and if I just leave the mouse on it, it says copy track. So I'm going to click on that once, copy track. I'm going to go to the song where I want to put it in. I'm going to go to the intro, I'm going to highlight track. It comes up now and it says intro, but there's nothing in because I haven't put anything in there. But funny old thing, if I come down here now and click on the icons beside, it says paste track. And I'm going to click paste, and it's now pasted our basic 6/8 fill intro from Blues 768. I can prove that by showing you there, look, into our Ballad-2 copy. There it is. So let's have a play at this and see what it's done, because the first thing I note is, A, it set the tempo the same as the Ballad-2 copy song, which I would expect, which is 75 BPM. And the Blues one was 84. Yep, 84. And also it's changed the drum kit. So it's standard on the Blues 7/8, and it's actually changed it to the rock drum kit. So let's just listen to this and see what it sounds like. So that's what it's done to bring it in to 4/4 timing. Even though it says 6/8, the song is in 4/4. So if we listen to, I can't bring that one in on there, can I now? It's a shame. Right, let's listen to it in the 7/8. Let's listen to it in the blues song again. Let's listen to it. Okay, well, it doesn't sound much different to me. So let's just play it as part of the song now and see what happens. Well, it'll play the intro. I'll use the virtual player, and then it'll go into part one. Doesn't sound out of place. Sounds all right. So whatever it's done to kind of stretch or put it into the 4/4 format, it doesn't sound too bad. All right. So moving on from there. So if we save that now, so we've now got a blues fill, 6/8 fill into our Ballad-2 song. So let's go a bit crazy. Let's have a look at this reggae stuff. So reggae. Let's, out of interest, let's have a look at this reggae beat. So what's this? This is 4/4 timing. Let's just listen to this. All right, doesn't sound too bad. Let's have a listen to Ballad-2 copy, part one. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's do the same thing. Let's delete this. Ballad-2, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to press delete. It's gone. I'm now going to go to and pick a reggae style, reggae one backbeat, highlight the one section I want. I'm going to go down here now and I'm going to go copy track. I'm going to go back to our Ballad-2 copy, select it, click on the part I want to put it into, and down here I'm going to go paste. And now we have a blues 6/8 intro copied from another song with a reggae beat 12 straight backbeat as part one of our song. So let's save it just because we can, and let's listen to the song. So I'm going to use the virtual player now to play the intro, and then it'll go into part one and we'll see what it sounds like. Okay, it's not too bad. Let's listen to the fill. Okay, and let's transition to Ballad Beat 2, which is part 2 of the song, and see what we get. Okay, I'll transition back. okay. Certainly to my ears, it doesn't sound too bad. It kind of all fits, which is kind of, I don't know, is it bizarre? I don't know. Well, let's go one further than this now. So let's pick something that is, let's have a look. The hip hop ones are quite weird, I think. Not to my taste anyway. So this is going to sound completely out of place, surely. Right, so we're going to pick this part 2 beat and replace it in our song, Ballad 2 copy, on the part 2 section. So we're going to go, we've got a blues 6/8 intro, we'll have a reggae beat 12 part 1, and we're going to go for a hip hop part 2. So again, highlight the section I want to get rid of, delete. As soon as I do anything, you notice again, it says save project because I made a change. We're going to go to hip hop. And it doesn't matter which one, we could use any one, but I'm going to use the part 2 one. I'm going to highlight it, come down, click on there, copy track, go back to our ballad copy, select the bit where I want it to go, paste, and now it's pasted our hip hop copy into our ballad 2 song. So we now have, as I said, blues 6/8 intro, a reggae part 1, and a hip hop part 2. So without further ado, let's see what our masterpiece sounds like. And we'll transition to part 2. Okay. Because you notice it's changed, obviously, the rocks. It's gone from the hip hop set was using a dance drum set, and it's changed it to a rock drum set. So let's just change this as a bit of a giggle to a dance drum set, and let's play the whole thing and see what it sounds like now. So this is the reggae beat 12 in a dance drum set. Let's go to the hip hop. Oh, sorry. There we go. And the outro. Okay. Different. What about ethereal? Let's have a little play. Transition to part 1. Part 2, sorry. And the outro. So, and you can use this and basically, let's change, let's go for metal. Let's pick metal 5, right bang in the middle. What do these drum fills sound like? Oh, they're funky, aren't they? Right, we're going to have some of that. And we're going to, so let's, oh, that's easy then. Let's add that as a metal 5, transition number 1. So select it, down to the bottom, click on the copy track. If you're not sure what the icons are, just leave your mouse pointer on it for a little bit, and after a couple of seconds it comes up and says copy track. And it already tells you what the button is. Let's go to here, let's go to fill, let's add a fill, so now it's highlighted, and let's copy that one in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that one to the front, so it's our first fill we get to. So let's see what this sounds like when it's, just play it a minute. Okay, don't know if that's going to fit with our reggae beats, but let's use the virtual player again. So we'll play the song from the beginning. Intro. Okay, and here comes the fill. Bit crazy. That's the second fill. That's the third fill. Let's just stop there. Anyway. You get where I'm going with this here. The beatbox. Well, the beatbox one sounds like that. Let's have a. If I put that as a, let's just play that one. Okay. What if I put that as a rock and played it? Let's basically. Okay. Change that back to voice. So you get where I'm coming from. You can basically pick any section from any song and make your own, which is, I don't know. I mean, I've not calculated how many combinations of songs you could have just from what's on the SD card without purchasing any further drum sets or songs or downloading any song sets or anything like that. There's a lot of variation, a lot of variations. So, yeah, I mean, have a play. You know, if you get bored one day and you think, oh, what am I going to do? And it's a rainy day and it's cold outside and you've got time to spend on the computer, why not, you know, have a play and make up some of your own songs, your own drum sets and sounds and whatever, and see what you think. Obviously what it does do is it, as I said, whatever you copy to start off with. So if I copied the techno, let's go for techno 3, just out of interest. Let's just quick play of this. Okay, part 1. Let's transition to part 2. And let's outro. Okay, so let's just copy that song there, duplicate it. There you go, we've got our copy down here. Right click on it again, move to temporary. And then if we can play with that as much as we want because we've got the copy down here, I'll save the project, so then I've got that saved. And then if I wanted to change it, manipulate it, let's delete the intro. Don't like the intro. I want a world intro from a tango. Yes, we have got one there. There you go. Let's listen to that. Yep, that's what I want. I like that one. Oh, in fact, no, let's have a look at Spanish rumba. Let's go for that. I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm just going to copy it. Copy. Get rid of that. Let's go back to our Techno 3 copy. Track, highlight where I want to put it. Click on the paste. Now it's in there as a world fill. Let's listen to what this song sounds like. Using the accents, and let's come on the outro. Okay, so I've now made that uniquely my own song. Do I like it? Maybe. But the possibilities are endless. You can delete all of these fills. You can replace them with fills from wherever you want to copy. You can, it's pretty much unlimited with what you're using within these folders, what you've got stored on the drive wherever you keep it or on the SD card. Always remember, as I said, for me personally, make a copy of what you want to play with, or pick a song and copy it, put it into a folder called temporary, so you can manipulate it and do what you want with it. And then if you've had enough of it and you think, no, this isn't working, you can just right click on it on the 3 dots and delete it, and it will be gone forevermore. And then just save the project. And then once you come out of the Beat Buddy Manager Online, you can't make any more settings to that. You can't then go back. So if I save the project now and then come off Beat Buddy and then come back in and go, oh, actually, I want to take that world fill off and put the techno one back in, you won't be able to. Well, you can, but you have to do it manually. You can't roll back, because the rollback option will not be there to undo what you've just done on the editing section. And don't forget as well, you can shuffle these drum fills, transitions. If you click on the shuffle button there, it won't now play the fills in order when you press the button. If you're playing this part of the song and you press the button for the fill, normally it goes 1, 2, 3 in that order, and it goes back to 1. Every time you press a fill for a fill. With the shuffle button pressed, it doesn't do that. It randomizes, so it might go 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, however many times you press the pedal. So it might be a feature that you're interested in. I quite like actually working through the song and then just sort of setting the fills, as I've done in this Suspicious Minds one where I've got the fills that I want and in the order I want, because on part 6 I use the fills 3 times. And I've set the fills so that they are different on each part, and I quite like that, rather than having it random, because it might then play the same fill twice in a row, and it might. I quite like the dynamics of having separate fills, but that's me personally, and it works with that song for me. Whatever you decide to do is, entirely up to you. But so there are limitless options there, and have a play, and hope that's been helpful.